Hey there, aficionados. Tim with rockbeachaquatics.com. As you can see, I'm driving. We are on our way this morning. We're going to be doing a fish rescue. This customer, or this person that I actually found this tank on Craigslist. It's a 60 gallon, which is a 55 basically. So it's only a 48 by 12 footprint. He's got 3 monster iridescent sharks in there. He had 2 pacu. One jumped out, I guess, because in a 12-inch deep tank, he's got 5 fish, or had 5 fish that were over 15 to 20 inches each. So obviously a problem. So I called him up and I said, hey, we have a rescue. I'll come out and I'll take the fish for you, and I'll bring you out some smaller fish, because he was going to sell the whole tank, and he actually said he'd like to have some fish. So we're bringing him out some small stuff. So stay tuned. It's going to be kind of cool. You know, this is the reason why we don't sell those type of fish anymore. I did when I first opened, and you know, after realizing, spending time with customers, most people, almost pretty much no one has anything large enough long-term to house these animals. So okay, all right, so stick around and we will check out how this goes. So we are out in Leroy, New York, and we are in a beautiful piece of property. So yeah, so the gentleman has the aquarium. We're gonna go in and take a look at it, and there are some big fish in there. So we've got our tub and our stuff, and we brought up some smaller fish. So we're gonna be just switching this around, and we're gonna pour some water in this because we have a little bit of a walk, and then you know, bring the fish up.
I was looking at your website this morning. You got a pretty good store.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's we have people that come from 5-6 hours. They drive up to us, and Toronto.
Take a ride over
yeah. All right, so this is the tank. As you can see, we got some big boys in there. Really big iridescent. That's at least probably 20-ish inches. Got a pacu. I don't know how that angel survived.
That was one of the first fish I've had in there.
Yeah.
It was that size when I got it, and it's been in there for 4 years.
Yeah. So as you can see, a little difficulty turning around, but they'll be going to our 700 gallon, so you'll be able to come and see them actually. The pacu will probably, maybe I have someone who's got a big pond that he can go into, an indoor pond. These guys will probably, they're going to stay in our 700 gallons, so you'll be able to come and see them at the building.
None of them fish would survive a winter in a regular pond.
No, no, yeah, it's an indoor pond. These are going to go upstairs.
Okay.
And then
I've actually got a dolly, if you want to call that.
well, we'll just carry this up, because we're going to pour this in the back of the car just to get some of the water in there. We're only going to keep a few inches of water. Fish for you, plants. So Bill, when you got these, you didn't realize that they were going to get this big.
I never seen a fish get that big in the
yeah. So that's why, you know, we don't actually sell these, because they're, you know, in pet stores sell them for $5-6, these tiny little guys, and then they get, you know, this fish, they'll actually get this big. They are in the wild, they're 4 feet. I was down in Florida at a fish farm, and I was feeding, they had guys this big of those fish. And the pacu, like those, they'll get 3.5 feet and that tall in diameter, and that thick in the body. So massive, massive. But yep, they're gonna we'll get them out to a new home here. And
I don't know what got in them, but at night when it was dark, you come in the next morning, they looked like they were all chewed up.
Well, because there's no room for it. That's why they're, you know, when you have, it's literally constant tension going on right now with these guys. They just, there's nowhere, because you know, at night they go and do like a sleep cycle like we do, and then it's just constant bumping. Okay, let's go. Okay.
actually going pretty good.
Yeah. He's not going to go away.
Yes, I see that.
All right, we are all set and everybody's loaded up. So we're gonna head back to the fish rescue at RBA and get these guys put away. All right, so we're over at RBA 2. There's a 150 and a 120. I just set up the 120 quick. So we're taking out some of the water. They'll put some of their water that I have in there just in the tank now. That's just because of conditioning. It has nothing to do with bacteria or anything along that lines, but it does have to do with conditioning. So we're gonna do that. All right, so now we took out a little bit of water out of the 120. We're gonna put some of this water in there. That's just, again, like I said, it's to condition the water. So you can kind of check them out. Let's see if they made the ride okay. The one did get a net caught on its fin. I'm going to have to pull that out, so I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to pull this big guy out here first. Try to get that guy. The poor nose, as you can see, where they were slamming into the tank. Quit moving around, jerk. There we go. Okay. All right, well, they're in there. We're going to take some of this water out. Can you rinse off that yellow bucket for me over there? And then we'll use that to scoop out some of the water. We'll see how long that air stone lasts in there. I might have to pull that. I'm just, again, giving a little more circulation. So they'll stay in here. I'm going to medicate them. You can see they've got some ammonia burn. You know, you have these large of fish in literally a 48 by 12 inch footprint. Not very good. So, you know, again, our water is like really, really good. So it's going to be a little different for them. They're going to have to get used to it. I do want to get some of this conditioned water in there. So we're just going to scoop some of this out. Like I said, not much bacteria in the water column, but I'm just getting some of that nasty water that they were used to. Pack them up full of some meds. And again, so let me explain the quarantine process, what that means. So quarantine means time. It's under observation. Medicating is different. So when we at RBA over in the lab, when I say we quarantine fish, and I talked about this in another video, quarantining is time. So time, observation under time, and that's what it means, to see if there's any issues, what they may have. What we do additionally is we take preventative measures and medicate our fish. And what that does, it just helps you know, take care of some issues they may potentially have. Now, I don't always medicate fish just to medicate. So, you know, I'll see over the next couple days. Obviously, I know they have some fin issues, so they're going to have some fungus on their nose where they've been slamming into the tank. Definitely going to hit up ick just because of transfer. That's when ick starts to pop out. Generally when a fish is stressed or some type of stress-induced situation. Okay, I just medicated everything, so I did actually put some gravel on the bottom. I meant to do that last night just because I don't have the bottoms painted. So they were seeing they were feeling like they could just continually keep going, and they kept moving down. So it calmed them down quite a bit. I did just medicate, salted the water, medicated. I used a few different things. Again, these are preventatives. I do see they obviously have some issues where they were slamming into the front of the tanks, or into the sides of the glass of the 60-gallon that they were in. So yeah, so we're just gonna kind of let them sit, let them chill. Yeah, they should be good to go, but I'm glad we got these guys. The Pacu is in another tank. The gentleman's going to be coming to get him. Pretty excited. I'm glad we were able to save these guys. This gentleman, when he bought his tank, it was a big box store, Black Friday deal, 60-gallon, which is the same footprint as the 55, just a few inches taller. They basically give them away. And, I know I've been in these stores. They have iridescent sharks. Ready? Now, this is a 5-foot-long tank, so that guy is at least, probably 20 inches. They're going to be going to 700 in the next week and a half, probably. But yeah, so they sell them about 2-3 inches at these big box stores. And they literally have tags, because I've seen them, suitable for a 10-gallon tank. Mind-blowing. And they sell them for $5. So again, I did sell these when we first opened, but once I started spending more time and seeing customers that truly didn't have tanks the right size, I decided to stop selling them. Iridescent sharks, Pacu, red-tailed cat, tiger shovelnose, gars. I do not sell these in our store. And actually, I believe they need to be taken out of the hobby because they do get too big, and no one has tanks large enough for these guys. Yes, you could do the pool ponds, which are in your basement. Long term, that's not a great alternative. So I'd love for these to be stopped being sold in stores because just most folks don't have tanks large enough. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notifications button. Additionally, you can like our Facebook page as well as follow us on Instagram. We are obviously, as I continue to keep building, adding more to the store and doing more things. I do want to spend more time doing with YouTube, so we're getting there. We're getting close, just obviously been very busy. But I'm glad I was able to take you along on the ride with this one. I'm glad we were able to save these guys. Like I said, I did see he had the listing. He's going to continue to keep the tank. I brought him out a bunch of platies. He kept the angel, and they're going to be stopping in the store and seeing what we have and just stick with smaller type fish that are suitable for that size tank. So, all right, well, remember, you can always find us 24/7 rockbeachaquatics.com. We do appreciate the support from everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks. Bye.